Hi. So this is our first magic session, hosted by me, Edward Shaw, and Zachary Leong. And without further ado, we're first going to introduce ourselves. So I'm going to have Zachary go first.
All right, like you said, my name is Zachary, and Zach for short. I'm a ninth grader at Lynbrook, and Edward also goes to Lynbrook. And yeah, I do have a passion for magic whenever I have free time. So yeah, I've definitely picked up a lot of magic from practicing at school, practicing with my friends, and I hope that you can learn some magic too.
Awesome. Yeah. So as Zach mentioned, we go through Limerick, and I'm a sophomore. And I'm definitely more into origami than magic, but magic does seem to intrigue me, and I'm excited to um, have you guys learn more about it. So without further ado, let's get on with what tricks we're doing today. So here we are. Zach, if you want to introduce them.
Yeah, so there's like 5 different tricks. We wanted to keep it pretty short. I chose some easier tricks, and I did hear that some people were interested in the pen up the nose trick. So we'll definitely be starting with that one. But that one is one of the harder ones, so I can't guarantee that you can complete that one, but I can guarantee that you'll at least walk out of here with at least one trick under your belt.
Awesome. And okay, now we're going to show you guys how to do these tricks. I'm going to stop share, and then you can start.
Yeah. All right, so I think we both are just gonna do it several times. So we first want to just demonstrate what it looks like, and then we'll teach you guys. So the first trick, pen up the nose. You have your pen, right? Um, and stick it up your nose like that. Yep, that was the first trick. All right, and the second trick is much easier. I don't know if Zoom can display the frames very well, but when you go like, see this pen, right? It's like solid, but if you do the special motion and start to look kind of rubbery, like almost like you can bend it. Yeah, well, that's the second trick. And our third trick is the sticky pen. So what it looks like, it's like that. Pen is sticking up, kind of defies the laws of gravity there. Just really sticky, but sure enough, it's still a pen. It's not stuck on any tape. And our fourth trick is pen through the paper. So this one, piece of paper, preferably in a real trick, use like a dollar bill. So we imitated this. Then we're just gonna fold it to thirds, that so, a Z, right? And then we take our pen, we're gonna stick it from behind, and it should go through. And pull it out. Should have no hole at all. I'll go ahead and show you that one again because you can't see it that well. Your pen, stick it through like that. Take it out, and then no hole at all. So that was the fourth trick. For our fifth trick, we're just gonna take paper and make a snowball from our origami. And just virtually just crumpling up the paper into a ball-sized shape. So that I think looks a little better from the top view. So So what it looks like is it looks like paper's floating. You can see that. Just floats there using the force. All right, so yeah, that was the 5th trick. So these are the 5 tricks we're gonna plan to learn today, and we're gonna go ahead and see if we can teach you that. All right, so again, our first trick was the pen up the nose. I'll first show you what it looks like from the side view and what I'm actually doing. Then I'll teach you how to do it. So from the side view, I'm just virtually going like this. I'm not even putting it in my nose at all. And you just, this motion looks like it's going straight up like that. So it's pretty much an illusion. And you also have to do it pretty quickly so that, not that fast, but just quickly so that people can't see the pen. So what we can do is try to find a pen that's like the same color through the whole thing. Like Edward's right there is mostly white, right? And then what you can do is you can put it like what it looks like where you're about to put it up your nose, right? Use your finger, just hold it in that position. Try to hold it as best as you can with just one hand. Then take your second hand, make this shape with your hand. You don't even have to hold the pen, and just slowly move up and see if that can give the illusion that it's going up. And then once you reach to the end, you take your thumb and then you grab the pen, pull it down so that they can't see what happened to it. So in like other tricks, you can make it so that after you put it up your nose, you can make it like come out of your mouth like that. So there are many variations to this one, but I'll teach you that one more time. If you're having trouble again, maybe you can try just like holding it like that against your top of your lip, and then do the hand thing again. Slowly just move it up like that, and then use your thumb, grab it, then try to cover it as best you can. Make sure your pen never sticks out to the side. Just keep it in the center where your hand is blocking it, and then bring it down. And that is the pen up the nose trick. So yeah, that was probably our hardest trick that we're going to teach today. Hopefully you can get it, and if you can, just let us know. So our second trick is the rubber pencil. So it's exactly what it looks like. You just move your finger like that, and it does that. So what it is it when you move it in this exact motion, it creates this illusion that it's bending on a certain point. So you can show your friends and family. This one's pretty easy. Teach them that too. So what I like to do is, see here, you want to take just a little bit past the end, and you don't want to make your fingers go like this. You want to use your whole arm and move it up and down so that it can curve. You don't want to use your fingers like that. You want to use your whole arm. And just with some practice, you want to do it lightly and maybe give a little bit better result. But yeah, that is the main rubber pencil trick. So our third trick is a sticky pen. So I'll show you what it looks like, what I did really. So some off-camera stuff involves a lot in magic. And what I did was took my watch, I stuck my pen, my second pen right there, and take my other pen, and I held it up like so that I can go like that and it won't fall. So then when I hold it up this way, it looks like it's just floating and defying gravity. And if you don't have a watch, right? You don't have a watch, you can just use, see on your hand, there's this little like web right here, like a little skin that's right here. And then if you have a pen that has a clip, like a clip as in this little thing that sticks out in the end, it's meant to like clip onto paper, clip onto your jacket or whatever. So you want to take your clip and put it on that little webbing part. And when you flip it over, it looks like it's floating. Yeah. So that is a trick. You make sure, also, when people don't believe in a magic trick, you always want to let them see the object first, like see the pen. There's no gimmicks or anything on it. It's a regular pen, you can write. So yeah, that's a definite tip to really make the effect more apparent. So our fourth trick, I think, is probably the most visual. So what you can do is, it's called the pen through the paper trick. What you can do is just take regular sheet of paper. Sorry, mine is printed on the other side, but just a regular sheet of paper. And then we're gonna have to do some origami here. And what we have to do is we're gonna take our piece of paper. Sorry, I'll do it from this side. And we want to fold it into thirds. So the easiest method of folding into thirds doesn't have to be exact, but the easiest method is to go the brochure style. So just go like this, try to make both ends line up. And it doesn't even have to be straight. We just want to simulate a dollar bill as best as possible. Then once you make your fold, you can either rip it or just take a scissor and just cut straight down the middle of one of those sides. Yeah, you have that. So once you have your 1/3, right? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot to explain what the pen through the paper looks like. So what it is really just this fold right here. So we make this triangular fold, right? So, and you can't see the triangle because I'm covering it with my hand. And what I'm actually doing is not sticking the pen through the paper, but in fact, I'm taking my pen and just putting it through the side. But then from the top view, it gives the illusion that I'm sticking it straight through the paper. And you just pull it out the other side and then voila, no hole. So I'll teach you that, how to make that fold. This one's a little bit more complicated, but it should be fine. So we want to make a Z fold. A Z fold as in it should look like this, right? You want to make sure some of the ends stick out here, some of the ends stick out here. Once you have it, just flatten it. It doesn't have to be accurate at all. Just try to make it as best as possible. And so once you have this, right, lift up the top, make sure the top flat is right here, right, and lift it up over to the side. And we just want to take one of the corners and just fold it like so, like that. Yeah. So then what you can do is inverse this fold. So once you open it up, you should have these lines exactly. So what you can do is take this side, slowly bend it both ways, inverse it so that it looks like that. You see how I did that right there. And then fold this flap over. And then now you still have your Z. It looks like a Z from this side, but from this side, it's a triangle. So you have Z on this side, triangle on this side. And so now what you do is when you open it from the back, you should see this little hole area right here. So what you do is make sure to uncap your pen so that it gives the illusion that you're really poking through the paper. And then take your pen, just stick it down that line. So I don't know if you can see, right, down that line so that it sticks out like that. So it should look like this, the side view, right? It looks like it's going through the paper, but it's really not. Sometimes giving like a really forceful effect could also make it look like you're puncturing the paper. You can either push it all the way through or pull it back out. And then you take your paper, yank it really tight, show that there are, in fact, no holes in the paper. So that is the pen through the paper trick. And that is probably one of the harder tricks too, especially because of this fold right here. So yeah, if you need help, we can do another video on that. So
Yeah, and for the pen through paper trick, if you want, you can like crumple your paper so the folds are less apparent.
we don't want the audience to see that these triangles and folds are being made, and maybe they might even figure out that you did that. So sometimes crumpling it just a little bit, don't crumple it that much, but just crumple a little bit, and you see how it's a lot less apparent. Or giving a colored sheet of paper, either one works. But for now, I think this should work. And so yeah, we're gonna move on to our last trick of the day. This one seems like the most visual and probably the easiest to do. So yeah, let's get on with it. So taking our other 2/3 that we just cut right here, right? We're just gonna crumple it up, make your snowball, make it into a ball, make it look like that. So doesn't matter which way you crumple, but maybe that should be fine. Then oops. And then take your pen again and look for a hole. So if you look in your crumpling areas, there's some places to put your pen in, some places not to. So just find a good place, stick it in as deep as you can. Don't stick it too deep, and make sure it can hold like that, right? Without sticking out from the top or any direction. Then your next thing is to take your hand, put it like so, lay the thing like that, and take your other hand, top. So without the snowball, you're virtually holding the pen like this. You're holding the pen like this to give the visual effect. So what you do is you can put the snowball on the pen, and then using that same motion, holding the pen like that, and if you put it at the right angle to the camera, let me fix my camera. So at the right angle to the camera, you can give a nice visual effect. And if you move your wrist back and forth, you can kind of make it like shake, make it look like it's moving. Like if you just move it a bit like that, and then just grab it, pull the pen underneath, and just say it's a piece of paper. And that is our final trick. And yeah, that was our final trick. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and hopefully we can see you in the next one. Just let us know if you have any questions in the comments or email us. Either way, it will work. All right.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.